It's basically an appreciation trophy. Like, we appreciate you. We appreciate this art that
you said. I know what you're gonna say, but I don't want hamburgers. I don't want stir fry. By the way, we didn't even used to have weekly date nights.
We've been doing it for like a year.
Yeah, so we've been together for more than a year.
Okay, sass level for no reason. We need a countdown.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back with another video.
Another episode.
Here we go. Welcome back to At Our Place with Megan and Sherelle. I'm Sherelle.
And I'm Megan.
Woo! You made it back. Good job.
You found the address. You came back.
Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know, which you do, we are wives turned bandmates and now podcast hosts. And we live by the beach with our two wild dogs who have been getting in all kinds of trouble today.
Yep.
So that's fun.
Mm-hmm. That's basically it. We're glad
Lico's on the verge, just letting you know. Lico's our youngest dog, and he is on the verge of getting grounded.
Sherelle has a special place in her heart for our firstborn, Caius. And ever since we got Lico, we got Caius, a little brother, and you've liked him, but...
Sometimes I don't like him. It's like I can love him, but sometimes I really just don't like him.
You fantasize about getting rid of him.
I fantasize about just being like... The thing is, I don't think he cares or respects that his entire well-being is in my hands. So he'll destroy my things and he'll do the exact opposite of what I told him to do right in front of my face just to see my reaction. Mm-hmm. He's testing me today.
Little devil.
He's testing me today.
Other than that, how are you doing, my love?
I'm doing good. I've been taking it. I listened to a Jay Shetty podcast, I think.
Oh.
Why the evil laugh? Why is that necessary?
I sent you an episode by Jay Shetty.
I found this all on my own.
On purpose.
No influence from Megan whatsoever.
Okay.
No, I did. I listened to the one that you sent me. And it was pretty good. Nothing to write home about.
Hey. It was very good.
It was really awesome. It was talking about what type of year this is for you. If it's a year for learning or experimenting or... What is it? Learning, growing, experimenting, and thriving?
Something like that. Yeah. Is this a year of growing, learning, thriving? There's one other one, but I forget.
Doing, I think.
Just doing it.
Like performing or something like that.
Oh, performance year. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just been cool because I've been embracing that idea. And it's funny. I don't know if you experience it, but to me, there's different, like what type of year it is varies for what project I'm on. Mm-hmm. So I've been just sitting with it this week and figuring out, what do I want? What are my goals? What are the strategies that I'm going to put in place to accomplish them? Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. I listened to that episode 2 times. I think it's called seven things you need to know for setting goals in the new year, something like that. But I listened to it multiple times and I'm excited because we have set up a schedule and everything to accomplish some of those goals, which I'll talk about later. But overall, I'm doing well. I got a stupid filling in my tooth.
You're not happy about that.
Yesterday, and I had to pay money for it.
Of course you did.
And they're like, oh, raise your hand anytime you want to stop. And I'm like, I don't want to be doing this, but I am. But it's just like hurts because they keep your mouth open with this like thing and you just have to have your mouth open and like convince your brain that you're not like choking because you're like on your back and you have to like, I literally was like counting my breaths in and out while they were doing.
To stay off a panic attack. That's funny.
Yep. So
that sucks. While you were doing that, I was riding in the lobby, and I could see them. They were like, because I'm supposed to get a filling too, but I've been dodging them and ghosting them on purpose. If you guys are listening, you're never going to get me in that hot seat.
Sherelle
Good luck.
hates the dentist with a fiery passion.
It's because they tricked me one time. I was just there for moral support, and they tricked me, and they put me under the chair, and I had to get 4 numbing shots.
They said, oh, we'll just do this thing. We'll just do it really quick.
Real quick. We'll get you in. We'll get you in. So they tried to pull that stuff. Shit. They tried to pull that shit this week. And I could hear them like calculating and look at their little schedules and talking to each other. And I was just like, nope. So I pulled out my laptop and I made it very obvious that I was busy.
Yeah, you were just here to support me while I was getting my filling. So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've been in a waiting room of some sort of doctor or dentist and they're like talking about me, and I can my name is very unique.
Like,
it's Sherelle. I can hear you if you say it.
Yeah.
And you're not, they're like 10 feet away from me, if that.
You know what I just imagined is if like you called somebody out and you were like, I can hear you, I heard you say my name, and if they're like, oh no, I was just saying, oh well.
What?
Like instead of Sherelle, they're like, oh well, you know. Or a different patient we had, their name
We were listening to Adele.
Yeah, or like we have a different patient named Cheryl, and that's who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
No, I don't know.
Nope, I'm not falling for it this time. And I understand that going to the dentist is a privilege, and it's good for me to do. I fully get that.
I was going to say that too, because I just complained a lot. I'm thankful for insurance.
I am. Here's my thing. We have it to use at my own discretion.
You don't like being bullied by the dentist?
I do not like being bullied. I do not like being tricked. I like integrity, and they lacked it that day, and they lost my trust.
I will say, like, it's especially hard out of everybody. Like, it's especially hard to try to convince you to do something. Like,
why me especially?
Because you just, even if somebody's like suggesting something that you would even really like, you have a resistance to somebody else.
No, really?
I feel like, yeah.
I mean, you know me the best.
I don't know. Maybe.
I would believe that. It tracks with what people have said to me my whole life.
It depends on your it depends on your relationship. If somebody's like your best friend, I feel like they could say, you need to read this book, you need to watch this movie, that type of stuff. But if somebody says like, you need to go do XYZ, like, you're not. Mm-mm.
No, I would say, well, you need to take 2 steps back right now.
That's so typical.
I don't enjoy being tricked. I like to have all of the facts and to make up my own damn mind. And I am going to get my filling filled. It's just I literally went to the dentist like 3 weeks ago and they did all of that stuff already. So
I know. Just like as your wife, I have come to know that like if I want to bring something to your attention or if I want you to consider something, I'll like give you a little time. Like even if you push back first, I know she's gonna still think about it, you know.
The manipulation. The truth comes out. You're playing me like a fiddle. You got me wrapped around your finger. No. Well, the truth comes out. I have my own mind and I'm gonna live my own life.
Oh, there we go again.
Wow.
I was just kidding. Before we get too far, I did have a shout out.
Oh, okay.
For our podcast listeners. Aaron, my friend Aaron, good friend Aaron. Y'all, if you listen on Spotify, or even if you don't, we ask a question on there on every episode. So last week's episode, I asked it because I was editing it this time. But I asked, what's your favorite thing to do with your friends? Because last time we talked about hanging out with friends and community, stuff like that.
Nice.
So shout out to Aaron. Aaron said, I love game nights. Been meaning to get throw a burrito.
Do it. Do it now.
Get it at Target. Next time you're at Target, look for little candles.
Also, you better practice because Got a
and your-
burrito with your name on it.
You and your significant other can try it out first. Actually, I don't know if you can play with two people.
That would be hilarious. We should try that on a date
I
night.
don't know if you can. And Aaron also said, and being active, like going on a hike, runs, climbing with friends.
Nice.
That's so
fun.
wholesome and healthy habits. I love it.
All but the burrito.
Oh, wait, what?
Call throwing a burrito a healthy habit.
Oh, yeah.
Or would I?
It is, because you get up and you run around with the burrito. It's a healthy competition, I would say.
Yes.
So yeah, go leave an answer there. And
They should really like sponsor this episode.
throw burrito.
Yes. Sponsor us.
In fact, let's get the game right now and show the people how to play it.
No, we're not that type of podcast.
And what would they sponsor us? Like buying us another game?
All of the games.
Would you guys stick around if this was a board game?
Oh my God. I wouldn't stick around. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I hate games. There are very few games that I get into. Throw Burrito is the exception.
Mm-hmm.
So if this were a game show, I would be gone.
A game review podcast.
I feel like that's not exactly our niche.
That would be fun.
I'm not sure what our niche is, but it's not that.
Yeah, but it would be like kind of fun. Like
that's more like you and your brother could have a funny game channel.
No, my brother's like really good at games, so he would like legitimately explain the pros and the cons and all of the strategies and stuff, and I would just be like,
I like this game.
It would be like
a fun one.
It would be a little boring, probably.
You're not boring.
No, I'm saying I like to jump into a game. Even if I'm not sure, like I like to jump into it and then just ask like the room, okay, what do I do now? Okay, what do I do now? I'm like that annoying
You're
person.
the type of person who doesn't pay attention to the rules when they've been spending 20 minutes reading them.
Yeah, I need to.
And then you ask questions the entire time the game is being played.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who will get on my phone while the rules are being read, and then when they say, okay, ready? I look at them and I say, I'm not playing.
Oh. Snap. Yep. I also wanted to say, as we're like catching up here, you've been making me scones and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And
you
not
didn't
just
say
for me.
thank you, but you're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, I've been having that problem. You say I appreciate you and then I don't know whether to say thank you or like you're welcome.
Let's practice. I appreciate you.
Thank you. But now I was saying thank you for something I did.
Thank you for acknowledging that I'm awesome.
Yes. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Thank you for the awards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you win an Emmy one day or, I don't know, a Grammy
if I want an award. Wait, what do you mean?
Like if you it's basically an appreciation trophy. Like we appreciate you. We appreciate this art that you put into the world. Isn't that what they are?
No, it's not like...
It's like appreciation trophy.
No.
Yeah, they are. They're really fancy appreciation trophies.
I think that sounds a little like consolation to me. Like
no, it's not like nice try, good job, you did it. It's like,
also not like we
appreciate what you did. What you did was really, really cool, and we all think so. Here's a trophy.
I think it's more like it's more like you're the best right now, right here, right now. You're the best. Your show is the best. Your song is the best. We rated everybody and we chose yours to be the best.
Who are we? You know what I mean? Like it's just an appreciation trophy.
I think you're just showing some ignorance.
Whoa, shots fired.
I'm just saying, you're like, what does that even mean? Who's they? It's like, well, I don't know how the Emmys work either, but I'm not out here like questioning it. I just accept it.
Okay, there's not some grand pie in the sky Illuminati type thing. All I'm saying is that in essence, they created an award to show appreciation.
Yes, all awards are fake, but these awards say they're the best by the judges or whatever.
Yeah, like we're the most appreciative of what you've made.
You're just saying this now because it's annoying.
No. I was just saying. So if you were getting an appreciation trophy for your art, how would you say thank you? Like when you say thank you on the stage, that was the whole point. Your acceptance speech.
I would say, thanks for this award.
Then there
I
you
would
go.
say, and first and foremost, I thank God.
Okay.
No, I mean, maybe I would, but I
You
would.
probably would,
I wouldn't
but don't be weird.
That's the thing. A lot of people might say that maybe because, I don't know, because it's like a Christian thing to do, like, oh, glory to God. But I feel like I would say
Or they're
it like,
covering their bases.
I feel like I would say that in the covering their face.
Like, they don't believe in God at any other time, but when they're up there, they're like, well, damn, somebody got me here. So,
Yeah, if God is watching me right now, here we go. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, either that or I would say it like in the privacy of my own home. Like I would actually pray and be like, thank you, Jesus,
yeah.
for my glory.
My point is that you would have some sort of acceptance speech for your appreciation trophy. And in that acceptance speech, you would say thank you.
Maybe I would say,
so therefore,
I would say
when
you're
I
welcome.
say I appreciate...
What if I say you're welcome for my art, which I didn't have to do, but
You
I
wouldn't
did it
say
for you.
a single thank you. It's just like, you're welcome.
I'd say thank you to my
That's
wife.
black girl energy right there. Good for you.
No, it's saying that.
Because there's no right answer.
It's like, that does not
You're
feel
like, thank you.
no, that does not feel correct.
They should have an award that is specifically Black Girl Energy Award. Like it's just that it's just above all other awards you could get. Black Girl Magic
like
Award.
an ally award.
No. Like a black
But that seems like that's taking away from
No, it's like we could bestow that on you. The lucky
an
one.
honor.
An honorary Black Girl Magic
I'm sure
Award.
lots of black people would have
You
an
don't
opinion.
have white girl magic.
What?
There-
Taylor Swift has white girl magic.
I'm not even gonna whatever.
Wait, did you say that's not a thing or that is a thing?
I said you do. Like
Oh.
all women have magic. That I said it.
And they thems. You guys have magic.
Yeah, pretty
too.
much everybody except for the straight white guys. Sorry.
They have their own kind of magic, and it's just existing.
You just exist.
Yeah.
This
No, you
is
guys
straight
do
white
cool
guys.
stuff. You do cool stuff.
We appreciate you.
You just have less barriers. That's it. What?
It's just funny. We like to roast you guys. You
Yeah.
came over here, so
Yeah. I was confused who you were talking to. You're pointing out the men listening. Yeah, come on, men. This is a mostly women podcast. Let's get some
by like
guys in here.
98%.
Let's get some guys in here. Yeah.
Why? What are they gonna do here?
They like hang out with us. We have guy friends.
We do. We have some guy friends listening. Shout out to you.
Yeah, and shout out to women and everyone. Yeah,
It's not a shout out if you shout out everyone. It's one of the most white things you've ever said. You're like, I just want to cover my bases and not insult anyone. So shout out to everyone.
You know what? That would be my acceptance speech. Shout out to everyone so I don't miss anybody.
I
that
don't want
brought
to
me here.
offend anyone.
Yeah, you guys all got me here except the haters.
What's this finger gun thing? It's not even fully extended. It's just like here.
Okay.
Okay, you have to make a promise to me whenever you get an appreciation award, any time of your life, you
Which
have to.
I would call something else, like an Emmy or what's the music
a
one?
Grammy.
The Grammys. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciation trophy.
No.
Then you have to bring out the finger gun at some point.
Thank you. Little finger gun. By the way, if you're just listening to this, just imagine it. We have our video on Spotify and YouTube, so like come check us out. But also, you're doing fine. I wanted to circle back, close the loop. I mentioned you were making scones, and I just felt like that didn't get the emphasis it deserved.
It's because you said I appreciate you, and then it started this
No.
whole thing. Well, I have been making scones. Thank you for that, Megan. I have been tapping into my British roots, and I have been making scones.
And you've never made them before.
Did you know I, at one point recently in the last few months, walked into this French bakery that's in town, and I asked for a scone.
Yeah, you did tell me. I'm only laughing because you told me how silly that was.
She was offended. She's an actual French woman, and she was absolutely offended.
With the baker.
The owner. Mm-hmm. She looked at me and she said, "This is a French restaurant." So.
Oh man, so many listeners are cringing right now.
I'm sorry.
The ones from other countries.
I forgot.
Yeah. So
Just
French.
assumed
okay.
everybody loves delicious baked goods.
So for us California girlies, French is not scones.
No, that's very distinctly English.
English is scones.
Mm-hmm. She said we don't sell dense bread. That's what she said.
Bird. Roasted.
I was like, well, I'm not going to eat your croissant. That's for sure. I'm out of here.
You were embarrassed and you're like, well, okay then. Stomp out of there.
Just stop me. If I want to eat air, I'll come to you.
Yeah. And we used to get those scones from Trader Joe's, like the little pack of blueberry scones. But now that you've made fresh blueberry scones,
they taste different.
And I'm so proud of you because you kept saying, I'm not a baker.
That's because I'm not a baker.
Now here you are baking.
Thank you.
So now you're a really good cook and you're a really good baker.
I'm not a good baker. I just know how to bake two things, cheesecake and now scones.
The two hardest things to make, probably.
I highly doubt scones are the hardest
and
thing
you baked
to make.
you baked some white mice cookies for Christmas.
The three easiest things to... Okay, cheesecake's not easy, but...
None of those are easy to make. Okay, props to Cheryl.
Okay, but tell me why I can make cheesecake, but I cannot make regular ass cookies.
You can. You just haven't tried.
I cannot do it. I've tried it before in my life, and it went terribly wrong.
When did you try?
18 years old.
Okay, how long ago was that?
18 years old in my parents' house, and my mom said, will you make chocolate chip cookies? Follow this recipe, and I did. I thought, but guess what? Depending on how you put in the flour and the sugar, if you dump it in or if you slowly whisk it in.
No, it doesn't matter. You just throw it all in.
Nope, the consistency will turn out differently. I used her KitchenAid and I slowly added the ingredients together. And then out pops out from the oven these fluffy looking weird
What's wrong
cookies.
With fluffy cookies.
Nobody eats a chocolate chip cookie for its fluffiness. So ever since then, I gave up baking.
Now.
Until you wanted cheesecake for your birthday, so then I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm dabbling.
Yeah, dabbling. I like that.
See, cooking doesn't have those rules. It's like, I feel like this could use some rosemary. So then you just throw it in. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter when you throw it in or how you throw it in. You just put it in there. It's a feeling. It's based off of a feeling. You can't go wrong. Just follow your taste buds.
Yeah, if you're like me, don't follow your taste buds. Just follow your wife's taste buds.
Babe.
Yeah, I literally say, what seasoning should I put in this? I don't know.
It's never too late to learn.
Yeah, but I don't have to when I have you.
Hey.
What?
No, that's some major dad energy, and I'm not here for it.
What?
That's like, well, my wife does all the cooking.
No,
so.
no. Just 'cause that's the thing.
I don't even know where the spoons are. I can't help.
You done. I can cook stuff, and I'll just put a bunch of salt and a bunch of pepper, maybe some Italian seasoning or something, or garlic salt. I'll put some basic stuff, and I'm fine with that. And so if you want to jump in and put a bunch of fancy stuff, that's fine.
Fancy stuff. Oregano, rosemary, thyme, basil.
List them off. I feel like we had some important things to talk about
Probably.
today. Oh, number 1. So
they're numbered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 1.
Give me chills.
Oh, what? No. So we had a date night on Monday.
Yeah, that was different.
And isn't that shocking?
So rude.
What?
That
What'd you
was
say?
different.
Wait, what? Okay, no, for real. We started having date nights on Mondays last week. So it's been 2 times so far.
It's because we went to one of our favorite restaurants for dinner. We're not going to tell you guys where because we don't want you to go there and steal it from us.
We probably already told them.
Probably. Anyway, we went there for dinner. It was amazing. And it was a Monday. And I don't even think it was our date night.
No.
You just said, well, I roasted you. And then you took me out to eat.
Oh, I got so annoyed.
You were pretty mad.
Basically, we both had a tough day, but we like sat down and had a heart to heart about how we were feeling about life and our goals and stuff. And I felt really good. Like we were in such a good place. And after work, I was just like, I just want to like not even look at our budget. I just want to, I want to skip that step. And I just want to go out to dinner with you on this Monday night. I just want to have a nice time and just do it. So,
which still fit into our budget, but keep going.
Yeah, we figured it out. But I came to you and I said, hey babe, do you know what I'm thinking for tonight? For dinner?
I said.
And you said, you're going to suggest pasta.
I said, I don't want pasta. I don't want sandwiches.
No.
I don't want stir fry.
You said, I know what you're going to say, but I don't want hamburgers. I don't want stir fry. Basically, all like some of the usual.
The three usual meals that you make.
Because they're easy and good. And then I was like, okay, rolling my eyes, waiting for you to stop stop talking, basically.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's okay. And then I said, no, I was thinking we'd go out for dinner.
And that's when I realized I fucked up.
No, you're fine. It's not a big deal. It's just funny.
It was awesome. I'm really glad that you suggested that. It was very out of character for you because you're very like, well, we can have sandwiches at home. And when we go out to eat, you're like, do you really need a drink with that? Well, you used to get mad at me for having anything except water.
You've made me less frugal in a good way.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
So I was very shocked, very pleased. That
weird. That's weird to say.
Then we get to the restaurant, and because it's a Monday, there was like 2 other couples there.
It was so nice.
It was so awesome.
Yeah. And
we
then
got the best service. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I just thought they were being super nice because it was like a really nice place, and we're cool, we're young, and we're spending money. So aren't they like nice that you give them more tips? Well,
yeah, but also like I genuinely think they were nice to us.
Oh, probably. I can never tell. Like if someone's getting,
you're suspicious of everybody.
Well, if somebody's getting something out of it, then I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Like you tip your server, that's not a bad thing, obviously. But like, is this like a real niceness between us, you know, or is it just like?
Well, you're not like dating them.
I just want somebody to take care of me and not get paid, and then I know it's real.
But they deserve to be paid because they're taking care of you.
I wasn't saying it like that. I'm just saying like when there's an exchange, it's just like they're doing their job. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I think that because I've worked in the service industry.
I have too.
Your little high school stint at Little Caesars.
Yeah. You know, yeah, that's right. I was nice to people.
Your time there for a couple weeks in the summer. 1 year.
It was more than that.
Oh.
It's more of a commitment than that. Back to date night.
So we've moved date nights to Mondays because it feels really nice to be able to go out and have less people out and about.
Yeah, like it felt like an unusual day to have the date night, which, by the way, we didn't even used to have weekly date nights.
We've been doing it for like a year.
Yeah, so we've been together for more than a year.
Okay, sass level for no reason. Let's go through the history. We spent pretty much 4 days a week going on dates when we were first together.
Well, yeah, it's just called hanging out.
My wallet was screaming. We'll just say that. Your girl's needy.
Yeah, my frugal butt let you pay for everything.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how frugal she is. I'm still paying a lot of money and she's over there looking smug.
No. No. But yeah, so we've been trying to do like date night once a week for like about I don't know, whenever we got married, probably, right? Or maybe even after that.
Date nights? Regularly?
Yeah.
I think that there was just a point where our dates started to fizzle out because we got busy with work. And then we realized, hang on, it's been like 2 weeks since we've been on a date. So then we just started putting them regularly on the calendar.
I don't know why that's funny. It's not really funny. Put it on the counter.
Put it on the counter. Yeah, so I think probably the year after. I don't think we were going on that many dates when we got engaged because it was like COVID.
No. Well, just like we weren't intentional about it for like a while. Like it takes a lot of intentionality to, like, it's easy to put on the calendar, oh, date night's this night. But then it's tempting to say, oh, we're just so tired. We just want to watch TV. Or sometimes it's like, oh, it's date night again. What do you want to do? We didn't really come up with an idea.
And for all of you guys who are like not married yet or don't live with your partner yet, listen up. If you're like, oh, I can't believe that they sound so old. Like, I can't imagine being there. Listen,
who's thinking
if
that?
you don't live with your partner, then it's very easy to be intentional with the person you're dating because you have to be intentional to see them in the first place.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can I come over? Like, even that's like, ooh, they're coming over.
Yeah, when you live with your best friend and your favorite human on the planet, then it doesn't matter if they're sitting on the toilet and you're brushing your teeth, you're hanging out. Like, it doesn't matter. You see each other all the time.
Yeah. So it kind of slips away from you, but then it's like, hey, we haven't had a date in a while.
Like, we haven't had a proper date in a while. A proper date.
Yeah. And like, it's easy for my personality to be like, I don't need that. It's fine. We hang out all the time. You have
That's not my personality.
I feel like you have a good way of explaining it because they're good for me too, like refreshing, just sitting with you and laughing and talking. Like, how would you describe like why they're important?
Dates?
Yeah, like a special date night instead of just hanging out.
Because it's showing intentionality towards your partner. It's recognizing that they're more than just like a roommate or a friend. Like, they're a person that you are interested in romantically and you want to show up and dress your best, smell good, put on the moves. Like, you want to like present yourself in your best version to them. Like, Megan doesn't get my best version when I'm in bed and I roll out of bed and throw some sweats on. Like, she doesn't get my best version.
Yeah.
But she does get my best version when I'm, I set the dinner table and I've prepared you a meal and pour you some wine, or when we go out to eat somewhere or to a movies, Like, it's good all of life with you is great, and it's also really great to go on a proper date with you.
I like that. I liked our most recent date. We sat outside and we had like a little campfire. It was like a more simpler date.
Oh, because we just got the backyard the way it should be.
Yeah, the backyard looks nice.
Take that, Lico. Anyway.
This rivalry has got a little too far.
It's just a rivalry between me and my puppy.
Yep. But we got the yard nice, and we were sitting, and my favorite part about it was like there was a point when we were just laughing about stupid things and just like talking about random stuff, and it's like I feel like with us it's easy to just like talk about our lives. It's like we just talk about the same things, which is not bad, but like when you first start dating, you talk about like anything and everything, I feel like. But
we certainly did.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like we got a little fresh juice in our date.
Yeah. I do think that those fire pit dates don't count anymore.
Oh.
because now we've done them a couple times in a row since the weather's been really nice in California. And now I'm like, okay, well, now this could be our regular routine for at home.
Yeah.
So now we gotta like, it was a novelty with the first night we did it, and I made like this fancy food and blah blah blah. But now it's like,
we could get like a little more creative. Yeah. But even then, like, I liked that we did it on a Monday because everybody was like making their dinners, or like the neighborhood was quiet, and you and I were on our date night. Like, I felt like we were the only ones doing it, and it was so nice. Like,
yeah, it's like a night to ourselves.
Like, it was peaceful, because if we tried to do it on the weekend, it was like everybody's hustling
Everybody's
and bustling,
doing things. Everybody's out to eat. Everybody's going. Everybody's hustling, bustling.
Yeah.
Everybody has family over, and it's noisy.
Yeah. So, and it just felt like another thing to like add on to our busy weekends. But this, it's like, I'm tired because it's a Monday and I just finished work, and it'd be so nice just to do something fun with you to like ease into the week. So highly recommend earlier in the week. Yeah.
Also, like, another reason why dating your partner is great. That sounds so funny. Of course it's great. It's great because it's awesome. What's wrong with you? But I think we get too comfortable with each other, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because we're married and we've been in each other's lives for like 5 years. So it's just so easy to get really comfortable, and all your bad habits come out because you're home.
And you're on autopilot too. So it's like, if I'm telling you a story or telling you something, like, it's kind of on autopilot. Like, you have my attention, but like, I don't know. Not like,
it's not split focus when you're out on a date.
Right. It's like more intentional. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah. And I'm like looking across the table to you, and I'm caring about you intentionally, and you have all of my focus, and my phone is not out, and we're not about to do 10 other things that night. It's like the rest of this evening is for you and for us.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to find date nights to do that's like pure fun, like not sitting and relaxing, having dinner, like something like crazy, you know?
There's an escape room. That could be fun.
We would be bad at that. I don't know.
Yeah, both of us would be really bad in an escape room because we're both the types of people who like want somebody else to do it.
Yeah, you do
you figure it out. I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'm the chaotic ADHD energy that's like, tell me what to do. I got to stretch my body in this weird direction to grab that weird key up there. I got you. But I'm not going to figure it out.
I'm not like a riddles person. You know,
we need to like rope in somebody who is.
Yeah, so then it's not a date night. So
double date. How do you feel about double dates?
Oh, we've never really been on one.
Not intentionally. We go out with friends who are in a couple.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, if you make it any more than that, if you're like, this is a double date, then I feel like that's kind of weird. Like,
I feel like it becomes very intense for no reason.
Yeah, like, I'm just kind of like,
it makes me feel shy. That's what it makes me feel.
It makes me feel like we're getting romantic with another couple. Double date.
No, it's just like, oh, you mean like dating them?
No.
Oh.
No, like just sitting across the table at dinner.
What's the difference between a double date and just hanging out with your friend?
I think it's what people do when they meet a couple's friend, like a new couple that are friend that you know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
I think it's when people meet another couple that they don't know very well, and then they say, let's go on a double date, and then they're sitting at dinner saying, oh, I love my partner because of this, and then the other couple's like, oh, no way, my partner does that too.
I'm not here for that weird energy.
Oh,
I don't know what to do with that. That makes me feel weird.
But we just hang out with our friends, and a lot of them are couples.
I like to do that. I feel like, here's my scenario for a double date. Here's what I think that this comes from. So I imagine the Christian straight hetero couple who have kids and they can't get away from their kids, and their week is so busy, and they're so stressed out, and the one day a week that they can ever do anything fun is date night. Or one day a month, probably. So then they meet another couple and they're like, man, you guys are so cool, but they don't want to have them in each other's house because their kids are there and the kids are chaotic. So then they say,
they both get babysitters.
Let's go on a double date. And they go on that because it's date night. That's the one day a month where they get to do anything.
Right. So but then why wouldn't they just want to go on a date with themselves? But maybe just to like hang out with more people.
Because because their circle of friends is so small because their kids have soccer and they have band practice and a million other things like taekwondo and whatever.
So they got to make friends. They got to
make friends. So they say, let's go on a double date.
It's
because
like
it's like the one time a month where they have a free night and it's date night. So then they just spend their date night together.
It's an icebreaker. Mm-hmm.
But we are not in that scenario. We can go out anytime we want.
I don't know. Or maybe it's just a technicality.
All I'm saying is I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go on like a double date? And is that different than just hanging out with your friends who are in a relationship?
Yeah, like is it different? That's basically what I want to know.
I want to know.
Also, to do with our schedule that I wanted to share is we are starting Sacred Sundays.
Ooh, wait, what? We are? What is that?
Well, we had the idea a while ago just of making sure that Sundays are the day where we don't do anything.
Rest days.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, Sacred Sunday, like
I just liked
church.
I liked the alliteration.
Got it.
But we made a more outlined schedule for our goals and stuff. Like tonight, this day of the week, we are recording a podcast, and the other night we're working on this or that, and Saturdays we are working on stuff.
And so that certain nights we have friends over, or we go to a friend's house, or
we have a day of the week to set up hanging out with friends, which I love.
Pretty much every single day is booked except for Sundays. Sundays are our day to do whatever the fuck we want.
Sundays are booked for rest.
You say that, but like I'm recording my album on Sunday and we're going to our friend's house.
I forgot about that. I feel like we can be a little bit flexible.
Basically, we're intentionally choosing one day a week. It's usually Sunday. This month and for the next couple months, it's a little wonky because Megan has to drive me to my producer's house. Therefore, she's free on Sunday.
Well, we're both working on your EP.
Yes, I've invited Megan to the studio. She's very opinionated.
I'm helping.
She is helping. I appreciate you, baby.
I appreciate you letting me hear your EP before it comes out. Woo!
It's really good, huh?
It's really, really good. Just working out the kinks, and it's so close, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think maybe we have couple more months and then it's done, just like a month and a half.
I'm really excited for the Sherelle Jane to hopefully release something this year.
It's definitely coming out this year, and so unless something drastically horrible happens to me.
No, don't say that.
You know, like what if I got like hit by a bus like George in Grey's Anatomy?
Then we would release the EP still, and it would be what is it called when somebody like releases somebody else's artwork after they pass away?
I didn't say I would die. I was thinking I was just incapacitated.
You said something horrible happens.
Yeah, it's horrible to get hit by a bus. I never claimed that I would die.
You would get hit by a bus.
Did you know I was in China and I saw a woman get hit by a bus?
No.
She got bumped by the whole bus.
Oh, so she didn't like get fully run over. She just
she got like bumped and she bounced off of it and whacked it with her umbrella.
You would say she got derailed.
No, what? Why?
Because isn't that a pun?
No. Well, yeah. No. You're a little too pleased with yourself.
I don't know.
I said a bus, not a train.
Oh. I don't know.
No, so
She whacked it. That's funny.
where we were in China was a little chaotic, and everybody was everywhere in the streets, and there's lanes, but they're more like suggestions. It's not like America or most Western places where it's like you're gonna get pulled over if you're not following the law. Over there, it's like you just make things happen. So she was making things happen for her, crossing the street, and the bus driver was like, "Hey!" yelling at her, and then he just bumped her.
Oh my god!
Bumped her, and she bumped off, and then as the bus was going, she like whacked it with her umbrella.
That's unhinged if I ever heard it.
I love China. It's unhinged.
That's wild. Would you ever want to take me there?
Yeah, in a heartbeat. I don't know how you would respond because I feel like you would be overwhelmed.
Maybe. It might be a bit overstimulating, but I don't know.
There's just a lot going on, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot busier than... I mean, you're from the city, so you probably be used to it.
I could take it if, like, you were with me, you know?
Oh, I love it. It's got the best food ever, so...
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love China.
Let's put it on the list of things. Oh, that reminds me. On Saturday, so me and Sherelle have a weekly meeting to discuss life.
Sounds so intense for no reason.
I know.
At all.
Everybody's gonna be so annoyed at our like little schedule.
Listen, people, here's what you gotta know. You guys know this about me. I have severe ADHD, right? I have ADHD. I've got a case of it. It's real fun. Highly recommend. Good time. Anyway, when we were dating and when we started living together, basically I was chaos and disorganized. And every time you would come to me and be like, remember I told you 3 weeks ago, I told you that we had something on the 17th and you forgot.
I had the calendar on my phone and she did not.
Yeah, so I never knew what was happening or when it was happening. Bills did not get paid on time. Yeah, pretty much anything I was responsible for was pretty much all over the place at any given point in time. And Megan got real fed up with it. So after it created tension, it was actually my idea to have a joint calendar and a joint reminders app.
You have all the best ideas.
Grocery list.
You have all the best ideas, all the solutions. Like you're just you push us forward.
Well, now I can't imagine not having that stuff because like it just seemed like chaos.
I know, it kind of was. It was like those relationships where one person knows what the heck is going on with the schedule and what needs to get done, and the other person is like, what can I help with? What's happening on Saturday? Like, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead for it. Interrupt me, please.
Okay, cool. Wow. You sounded really sexy when you said that. Ooh, I need to kiss my hot wife real quick. Anyway, it creates like this weird dynamic.
For sure.
Like I think our life coach called it a parent-child relationship.
Right. If one person is like, we need to go to the doctor on Tuesday, it's like, oh shoot, this is something we need to be looking at together, and we both need to know it together. Because sometimes the other person can be like, it's fine if my partner knows everything. I don't want to have to know everything. And that can get dicey.
It can get dicey, and I can only speak from my perspective. It can be really shame-inducing being the one who you're always disappointing your partner or you're always frustrating your partner. It can just feel really like shame-inducing because then I feel like you don't respect me. You don't see me as an equal. I'm not contributing or stepping up. And then it gets into like, you're not attracted to me because you don't see me as an equal or someone worthy of respect. So it just creates all kinds of nasty problems, malicious problems in a relationship. So if you're a neurodivergent couple, might I suggest find hacks to make your life easier?
Yeah, I also was like super uneducated about I don't think I even knew that you had ADHD for a while, or you mentioned it at some point, and I didn't really know exactly what that meant or how your mind works. And so it's just the past couple of years has really been like, oh, like this is just how it is, you know, in a good way. Like, oh yeah, of course this thing is not going to occur to Sherelle because she has ADHD. And like,
it's not because I don't care. It's because I didn't think about that.
Yeah, of course. We didn't write it on our calendar. I didn't tell her that I was thinking about something. Like if something's not on the whiteboards and on our calendars, like of course,
which we have like, how many? We have 2 physical calendars in our house, and we each have a calendar on our phone. We have a whiteboard. We have 2 different whiteboards,
which is really nice for me too. Like neurotypical people, it's really nice to be organized and have things and reminders around your house, and it's nice to have things be clean, or whatever else is helpful for you is helpful for everybody. So I've learned a lot, and I like our schedules.
I do too. It helps me move forward. I think because I was single for so long, and I obviously was like neurodivergent the whole time, I got really used to just living in my little chaotic life. You know, I got really used to just being like, oh, I didn't realize that I needed to pay that bill on that day. It always surprises me every month, even though it's always the same day every month.
Well, I'm sure you didn't have somebody in your corner that understood how you felt, you know?
I mean, no, I was single. So I had like therapists, but I wasn't there. We were focused on other things besides my ADHD.
Yeah, that's fair.
So no, I was just used to it. Like living my single life, I was very just used to the chaos. I just thought that that's how life was. And then I thought that because my older siblings were different, they always seemed like they had their lives together, or like my older friends. And I thought, well, this just comes with age, and I'm young. And then I met you and all your young friends, and I was like, well, wait a second.
It's just the youthful chaos.
I think it's just me.
Well, it's not just you. Plenty of people have ADHD. Lots and lots of people.
Yeah, well, I have it, and I'm owning it, and I'm finding hacks to thrive while having ADHD.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that you're so insightful to find solutions for things. And just good things for our marriage, you know. So.
I wanted to share with them another neurodivergent thing that I realized recently. Remember when we put up the lights in the yard? Do you remember how I got obsessed with the yard for about 2 weeks?
Yep.
And I researched like for hours.
Yeah.
Just like, this is the best thing. These are the best lights. These are the best little containers for these things, and my plants and my...
She wakes up in the morning most days, or a lot of days, and goes on her phone and researches things in depth.
Yep. And I've started to put them in like a notes thing. So anyway, they live there. So I got really, really, really obsessed with the yard and creating peace in our yard. And I'm grateful that I did that. But there was this like fever that I had. Like, I have to do this. 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 And it was like no other option was acceptable than to do that. And I realized you have OCD, Sherelle. Like, this is a thing that I know.
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it could be expressed in this type of way, you know? Like, I was so used to my OCD being presented in other ways that I didn't broaden my horizon and think maybe this presents itself in other ways in my life.
I think you just finished making the yard look nice, and then you woke up and you were like, oh, what just happened?
Yes. It's like I came out of a fugue state and was like, what the fuck was that?
I just spent like a whole week just getting on ladders and fixing things.
Yes. It's like no chill was acceptable at all.
Well, thank you for sharing, baby.
Yeah.
I love you, and I love I love the things that your mind thinks of. I do.
I appreciate you rolling with it.
Yeah.
Rolling with your semi-chaotic life.
Yeah. I feel like I was going to talk about something else, but I don't think we have time anymore. So save it.
Oh.
You want to keep talking to me?
Well, yeah, but that's okay. We can save that for
We gotta
next week.
save it. We gotta come back next week. And please leave us a 5-star review if you are listening and you like listening to us talk. That's all I gotta say. Do you have something to say?
I feel bad. I feel like I derailed the conversation.
No. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
Do not feel bad.
Okay.
I like the natural flow of our conversations.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys can come back because we had some fun things to talk about. I do want to shout out one more time. We said it last week, and I'm going to remind you guys again and again until it's time. But Megan has a single release party.
Oh, yeah.
So be there or be lame.
No. I feel like that word's not PC anymore.
Lame?
Yeah.
I think that's because I told you that like a week ago because I have a injured foot.
Let's just stick with be there or be square.
Be there. What is square?
Just a square.
Whatever.
I don't know, actually.
Just be there.
Be there or be a shape.
Be there or be not there. To be or not to be.
February. It's going to be February 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. I'm going to have some amazing opening acts. I'll be performing some music. Sherelle Jane will be playing some songs. Yes. It's going to be at Linnaeus Cafe in San Luis Obispo, and I'm very excited.
So come, get an autograph, hang out, take pictures, get some tea, coffee.
Get some coffee. Also, after that, I think a week after, we are playing a show, part of a show, showcase. We're playing at a showcase run by the Feminine Collective.
Oh, yes.
Of the Central Coast. We're playing at the Siren in Morro Bay on February 18th. I can't remember the time. I think it's probably 6, actually. So come on out for that and see a bunch of lovely lady identifying people.
Lovely ladies. They're very talented.
They got beautiful voices.
Yeah, so come on out. I think it's $10 at the door, something like that.
I suggested donation. So if you're like, I have no money.
But come out.
Yeah, just come out.
Come out and hang with us because once we go up there and then we finish, we're going to be sticking around, obviously, to hang out with you guys and watch our friends play. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Thank you for that reminder. Do you have a send-off for our friends?
Yes, I do. So here's my send-off.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I read an article about fever and how fever happens before a breakthrough. And I feel like that really resonated with where my mental health has been the last week.
What does fever mean?
Like it can be an actual physical fever, or it can be like that feverish, frantic panic that you feel, or I don't know, just kind of spiraling, going to that negative place. So we're just going to call that feeling fever. And for a lot of artists, fever happens before breakthrough.
Like you go a little bit wild.
You get a little crazy in your head. And this week, if I looked at my journal, there was a whole day where I was sitting in the yard under the lights, and it was so peaceful and beautiful in our yard. And all I felt was chaos inside. And I just completely spiraled. It was like I had resentment for everybody in my life. I had hatred towards myself. And I just got I just let it loose on the page. So then the next few days are pretty hard for me. But following that, before that and following that, I've been having the most incredible inspirational writing of my life. I've just been in a state of flow. And so that is my encouragement for you guys. You know, we sometimes lose our minds when our dream is happening right there, or when we're on the verge of greatness. We get anxious, we spiral, we try to self-sabotage, whatever. So my encouragement to you is go out and be awesome. Don't be afraid of your dream coming true, of your dreams happening. Go out there and seize them with two hands. And don't be afraid of the fever, because it usually means you're on the verge of greatness.
I love that. I needed to hear it. Thank you, babe.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week at our place.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.